Hey everyone, I'm Clayton Morris, the founder of Morris Invest. I want to kind of give you a little behind the scenes. It's something that just kind of happened here. We're fully involved in rental real estate, of course, and so occasionally you're going to have that tenant turnover. You're going to have that tenant turnover in a property, and that's what I'm dealing with this morning, actually. We actually found out that in one of our properties, we had a tenant in there for about 5 years. Great tenant, never heard a peep from her. She was a great tenant, and unfortunately, she was elderly. She had passed away. So we didn't know this. The family then of the deceased reached out to our property management company, and they basically had to meet with the property management team. And again, as an owner, I didn't know much about this at all, which is the way that I like it, right? I don't need phone calls about all these things. The property management company arranged with the family to get into the property to help clean it out, get the couches out of there, etc. And then we're in the process of now getting it re-rented, and it should be just a few quick weeks here to get it re-rented. Let me show you, and here are some of the post-rehab photos. So we just had it all, and they had to go in there. It was like $400 to do some paint touch-up, and just a little stuff like that, just to clean it out and get it all ready for, clean the cabinets and stuff like that, and get it ready for the next tenant. So here are some of the rehab photos. I'll show you what it looks like. Yeah, this is what that's the back side of the house here. So here was something interesting that happened. We had to put a new washer and dryer in there because the family of the deceased didn't realize that we owned the washer and dryer in this particular house. This is in Michigan. And so they actually took the washer and dryer. And it's okay, we bought a new set, but hey, mistakes happen, and we had their security deposit, so we just basically used the security deposit to cover the cost of the new washer and dryer. But things happen. They apologized. They're not going to send back the washer and dryer after they moved across the country. Here's what it looks like now that we got it all cleaned up and touched up the paint. There were some pictures hanging on the wall. They put a little drywall touch up. That's typical tenant turnover, cleaning the bathroom, etc. Upstairs, carpet cleaned, updated. There's the outside. It's a great little single family house. That's like what I typically buy. And I think this one rented for $800 a month because it had a big backyard, 2-car garage, or garage there. So yeah, 3-bedroom, 1 bath, and I think it's about to rent up again for $800 a month. So you deal with tenant turnover. It's something that happens, and you hope for the best, and that's why you've got a great property management team that'll take care of everything. So again, the family reached out to the property management team, said grandma passed away, we need to arrange to get her stuff out of there, and they worked with them, got the property updated, cleaned out, and back up and rented, and that'll be rented in a few weeks. So that's a typical tenant turnover. You never know what's going to happen. Sometimes you have an eviction that you have to deal with, and then you get your team in there and paint carpet, touch up, whatever. Sometimes it's a long-term tenant who just has to move, or unfortunately in this case, passed away. So anyway, that is the life of a real estate owner. But the cash flow is fantastic, and I didn't hear from her for 5 years. She was an amazing tenant, and we took great care of her. So anyway, just a little behind the scenes of what's going on this morning here at Morris Invest, and behind the scenes of one of our properties. Have a great day, everyone. And by the way, if you we have tons of great videos here on the channel on how to take action in real estate investing. Just click on any of those, and also subscribe to the channel if you want to see more real estate action taking. We'll see you next time, everyone.